The dead speak, literally. Welcome back, Duners. Today we're going to be talking about The Legacy of Vader, Issue 10. Let's get into it. We start with Kylo and Vinay at Fortress Vader on Mustafar. Kylo has traveled here because, yes, Luke Skywalker is dead, but he can still sense him. And so, he's going to try to force him out so he can deliver a reckoning. He wonders how Vader would accomplish something like this, and he demands that Vinay show him how to do this. Vinay answers that all he did was clean the castle. He wasn't privy to Vader's secrets. Kylo turns around and says, "You know, sometimes you act like you know everything there is to know about Darth Vader. Then other times, you act like you know nothing. I'm tired of threatening you. Be useful to me or be destroyed. You told me that Vader kept his true power hidden in a vault within this fortress. Show me." Vinay takes him to the entrance of Vader's vault and tells him, "I've never actually been inside it, but because of your bloodline, I'm sure that you'll be able to enter it." Kylo just blows him off and walks through, but as soon as he walks in, he comes right back out, kind of like a revolving door. As he comes out, he looks around and asks Vinay, "What is this? Do you think this is a joke?" And then force pushes him against a wall, cracking his jaw. As Vinay is trying to get back to his feet, he's screaming at Kylo, "It's not my decision, it's the Vault's decision, who enters and who leaves. There's another way in, please just let me show you." Vinay takes Kylo to a meditation chamber, very similar to what Vader had aboard the Executor. He explains that Vader would sometimes spend days there, just to get clarity. As the doors close, Kylo closes his eyes and reaches out to Vader to try to bring Luke Skywalker before him. Kylo opens his eyes to find himself waist deep in a swamp. He wades over to a little island made of bramble. As he climbs up, he realizes his ankles have large chains attached to them. He's then attacked by weird vertebrate monsters of all the people in his life. We're talking Han, Leia, Chewie, Vader, Hux, and Snoke. They're all taunting him, calling him things like killer, betrayer, monster, and a disappointment. As he tries to get away, they wrap around his legs and start biting him. He sits up and screams, "No, I reject this," and activates 2 lightsabers and starts hacking. It's pretty interesting, because in one hand, he has his blade, and in the other hand, he has the Skywalker blade. And he saves Han, Leia, and Rey for last. They're calling him little boy, and he cleaves them all with one final swing. He slumps down, out of breath, saying to himself, he's not here. This isn't where he would be. I need to find him. So he reaches out in the Force, looking for the inspiration, the teacher, the warrior, the seeker, the Jedi, his enemy. He opens his eyes to see a columned archway coming out of the side of a mountain with lots of glowing hooded figures conversing all around it. As he walks up to the archway, he's stopped by a hooded figure who asks him how he got there, for darkness burns within him. Kylo, being Kylo, activates the Skywalker blade and takes a swing at him, telling him to get out of his way. The blade just passes through the figure, and it responds that he shouldn't be here, and he's not allowed here. Suddenly, another figure speaks up and begins to walk over, saying, "No, he shouldn't, but he's here all the same." As the figure gets closer, it turns out it's none other than Luke Skywalker, and he asks Kylo, "Did you miss me that much?" Kylo asks who killed him, because he wants to know exactly how Luke Skywalker died. Luke answers, "No one killed me. I sacrificed myself for others, and ultimately in the service of something greater. I died for my friends and family, and people that I didn't know, all across the galaxy, so they could live at peace. That's what I lived my life for. What do you live your life for?" Kylo screams at him, "Stop trying to teach me." Luke looks back at whom is obviously Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Yoda, and tells Kylo that he comes from a long line of teachers. But Kylo's probably right, that the time for them is probably over. Kylo retorts back, but not for her. Why her? Luke, in probably the most Luke way, shrugs and says, "Because she wanted to learn." Kylo then loses it, saying, "I hate you. Stop lurking. Stop watching. I'm no longer your student. You failed to make me you. You lost. Leave me alone, or I'll find a way to destroy you." Duners, this is my favorite part. Luke Skywalker kindly answers, "You can't destroy me without destroying the Force, which ultimately would destroy you. But Goals are important. It's meaningful. You found your way here. You should ask yourself how you managed it. Kylo Ren means nothing to me, but I'll always be there for Ben. Kylo wakes up back in the swamp. Before he can get to his feet, a giant hooded figure rises out of the swamp and tells him that he tried to flee his destiny and his pain, and now he must be reminded, and activates a giant crimson blade. Vader's meditation chamber opens up, and a bloodied and battered Kylo Ren falls out of it. Vinay catches him, saying that he hopes Kylo found what he was looking for, but now he needs to focus on healing. Kylo opens his eyes to find himself within one of Vader's bacta tanks, with Vinay telling him everything's gonna be alright. He's right where he needs to be. So many questions, Dooners. First off, how do we feel about Force Heaven? You gotta let me know in the comments below. Also, giant hooded figure in the swamp, that had to be Palpatine, right? I mean, I feel like it has to be, you know what I mean? And at this point, Vinay has to be in league with Palpatine and the Final Order, right? Overall, I think this was a really fun issue, and ultimately, I think this is the story that Charles Soule wanted to tell. He just needed to get Kylo to the point that he could tell it. It really does feel like a spiritual sequel to his 2018 story, Fortress Vader, which, if you guys haven't read that, do yourselves a favor. It's awesome! If you guys want me to, maybe someday I'll cover it on the channel. The legacy characters in the artwork were also on point. If I'm being honest, I have very few qualms with this story. I can't wait to see what happens next. Dooners, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.